Hawks lose 3-2 to the Buffalo Sabres, even though the Blackhawks were the better of the two teams in this game. They just couldn't find the back of the net for a third time to tie it and to get a chance to win. They were the better team in this one, but they just could not prevail. Peter Mrazek played well tonight. Honestly, none of the goals really against him, except maybe the second goal against him was the one that he probably would have liked to have back, but it was a bad game. The Hawks played great tonight and they find a way to lose. I get it. We're a rebuilding team. As I've said multiple times this season, we're still in the middle of a rebuild. But when you're the playing much better than your opponent and you still find a way to lose, there's some problems still. The Hawks just flat out lost and they outshot Buffalo 26-20 in this game, where shots per period 8-8 in the first, 6-12 for the Blackhawks in the second, and 6-6 in the third. And so the Hawks outshot Buffalo by 6 shots. Power play, Hawks had 3 power plays. They went over. And that's another telltale sign. The power play is not good with this team. Granted, the first goal by the Blackhawks came 2 seconds after a power play. The Hawks basically let the Sabres score on the power play, where they went 1 for 3. I was trying to say I got stuck with it. But frankly, there's problems still by this team when it comes to special teams, when it comes to defensive play, because Wyatt Kaiser, he's been bad lately, and the first goal was frankly on him. He screened Peter Mrazek, and it led to a goal against. So let's look at the game's goals, shall we? In the 4 minutes into play, after the Hawks got off to a solid start, the Sabres get on the board at 4:53 in the first period. Rasmus Dahlin scores his 4th of the season, assisted by Zach Benson. That was a 1-0 game early into the play. Wyatt Kaiser screened Peter Mrazek, and Dahlin goes right into the slot and beats it bar down, and it's 1-0 Sabres. Hawks had a few chances and a few looks. There was a chance with the newly formed line of Reichel, Bedard, and Khrushchev out there where they cycled the puck for over a minute and a half, just couldn't get it in the net. So it remained 1-0 after 1. Hawks down by 1. We go to the second. And the Hawks come out with a lot of attack. They were moving the puck well. They got an early power play. And from that early power play, they kept momentum on their stick and got it in after the power play. At 3:28 in the second period, scored by number 11, Taylor Radish, his 3rd of the season, assisted by number 23, Philip Khrushchev, and number 17, Nick Foligno, to tie the game up at 1 apiece early in the second period of play. Hawks were moving the puck well, getting the opportunities off, and they end up capitalizing just 2 seconds after a power play came. Then they go back to the power play, nothing to come from it. Hawks then give up a penalty of their own, where Kevin Korchinski served the penalty at the midway point in the period, and, well, Buffalo takes advantage of it. At 10:55 in the second period, Jeff Skinner, with his 8th of the season, assisted by Dahlin and JJ Peterka, to make it a 2-1 game for Buffalo. Hawks fall on a PK, and, well, there's the problem. PK's not been playing that well lately. The power play is not good for us, and the special teams has been not there at all this season. But the Hawks are able to answer back late in the period. They could have had a few goals before they do tie it up. And, well, at 17:28 in the second period, scored by number 23, Philip Kurashev, his fourth of the season, assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard, and number 27, Lucas Reichel. Yes, the newly formed first line of Reichel, Bedard, and Kurashev gets on the board. Chevy gets a great rebound off a great shot from Bedard, and he buries it. It's a 2-2 game going into the third. And into the third we go. Hawks had a few great chances, but it doesn't happen, bounce our way. Because at 10:36 in the third period, Eric Johnson from a bad angle goes bar down and in to give the Sabres a 3-2 lead. That was his second of the season, assisted by Middlestead and Dahlin. Dahlin on the board for all three of the Sabres goals. Hawks pull Mrazek at the 2:13 marker, and they can't prevail. They move the puck well, nearly getting the puck in a couple of times, but we still lose the game. The Hawks are playing good hockey, but they still can't find the way to win. This is now a 4-game losing streak. They need to step up their play and get the special teams rolling. Because you have a player like Connor Bedard on a power play, the power play should be much better. I'm sorry, it should be. But it's ranked number 28th in the entire NHL. The face-off percentage, yes, has been horrendous. It's ranked 32nd in the NHL. But this team needs to find a way to actually win some games consistently. Not play, win, lose, now lose, because that's what's happened. The last win was in the Florida trip, and now they're finding a way to get out of a losing streak. I get it, it's a young team, we're still rebuilding and everything, but they need to find some ways to win. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, it's time to work on that special teams Blackhawks.